This topic is called discriminant of a quadratic equation. We want to compute the value of the discriminant and give the number of real solutions of the quadratic equation. So what we have is the discriminant is, okay, so we've got the quadratic formula, which is x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Now the discriminant is going to be this value that's underneath the square root, which is just the b squared minus 4ac. Because if we know the domain of the square root function, this value can be a positive number, it can be 0, or it could be a negative number. But if it's negative, it doesn't work. So what we're going to do is if we get a negative answer for this value, so then we would have 0 solutions. There are no solutions. Whereas if we get 0 for this value, there's only going to be one solution because we would only plus and minus one value. So we would get 0 here, so we would not plus or minus anything. Whereas if we get a positive number, then we would plus or minus that. So we would actually get two answers, one when you add that answer and then one when you subtract that answer. So this is what we're going for. This right here is where the graph would not cross the x-axis. This is where the graph would cross it only once, and this is where the graph would cross it twice. So we just want to take, in this order, ax squared plus bx plus c. We just want to figure out what b squared minus 4ac is. So in this case, b squared is 3, 3 squared is 9, minus 4 times a, which is a negative 8, times c, which is a 1. Now I often square in my head and then write it down, but this part here, I see people make mistakes, so you might want to make sure that you don't do that. Sorry, so I've got a 9 here, and then I've got a negative times a negative, so 2 negatives makes it a positive 32 times 1, which is just 32. We add those together and we get 41. So that means the value of the discriminant is 41. And since 41 is a positive number, there are two real solutions. If this discriminant had been 0, then this would be 0 and this would be 1. And if this answer was a negative number, then you would put the negative answer there and you would put 0 for the number of solutions. I hope this helps with this topic. Good luck.